everybody, I'm Michael with Finishing Technologies. This morning we're back in the spray booth and we're going to do a quick unboxing video of the GEMA OptiFlex Pro box feed unit. Before we start, I've gathered a couple tools you may need. Just a knife, a pair of diagonal cutters for zip ties and elastic bands, and then a Phillips screwdriver to tighten the power cord in the back of the control unit. So let's get started. If you had a unit direct shipped to you, it's going to come on a pallet in a box just like this. The unit will come with instructions. You're more than welcome to use those, but let's show you our process. Warranty information is included in the box. You're going to want to fill that out and get that sent in to GEMA for your 5-year warranty. Go ahead and start unboxing. We've got the control unit in this box. Got the gun and cable assembly here. Part of the structure, the neck of the pedestal here. And the pickup tube and arm in this box. Got your powder hose ready to go. Power cable. Some safety bulletins and conductive gloves for future use. And then the base of the pedestal. You don't have to lift this pedestal up out of the box. You can just roll it out of the box. I'll go ahead and do that. The spacer and another spacer. All right, just like that. I'm gonna go ahead and cut away the protective bubble wrap that's protecting the regulator on the back of the pedestal. Show you that in a second. There's your main A regulator into the control unit. So we're going to go ahead and start building the structure first. Grab the neck portion of the pedestal. Hose spring guard. And the neck portion. On the OptiFlex Pro, GEMA has applied a anti-static powder coat to the structure. It helps keep it clean. They include a double-ended box wrench for a couple of fasteners here, and the back plate for the neck assembly. They also include a high flow coupler, the fasteners you need, the hex key, and torque wrench for a couple other fasteners here. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and set the neck portion up, run the vibratory motor cable and main air line through the base of the neck, and grab the appropriate fasteners. It's going to be the larger of the fasteners that they include in the bag. I'm going to go ahead and hand tighten the fasteners first, do as much of that as possible before I use the box end wrench. Get those guys in there lined up. Good to go. Since this is a vibratory base, I do want these as snug as possible. I don't have a torque spec, just hand tight's great. Okay. And I'm going to run the air line and cable up to the top of the backing plate here, and install the 4 socket head bolts by hand. We'll tighten those down with the hex key shortly. You probably want to give yourself 30 minutes to an hour to build one of these if it's your first time building them. As far as that goes, alright, I'm just going to tighten down these socket head fasteners on the back. Good to go, nice and tight. Next, I'm going to install the control unit on the top of the pedestal. This is where your knife will come in handy. Got your screen protector in this box. Set that aside. And the control units. So there is a hex washer nut on the base of the control unit. Go ahead and remove that. And set her down, line up the puck, and hand tighten the hex washer nut on the underside of the neck here. I rock it back and forth just to get a couple extra turns by hand before we get the wrench in there. And on the larger side of the box end wrench, finish tightening that guy down nice and snug. Every time you pull the trigger, this thing's vibrating, so keep it tight. Alright, the main air line coming in. We're going to go ahead and plug that into the back of the control unit here. Push to connect. The label says main air in there. Next is the low voltage cable to the vibratory motor in the base of the pedestal. Go ahead and plug that in. There is a keyway to line up there. Okay. Next we're going to install the power cable to the control unit. Get that guy out of the packaging. Go ahead and clip the elastic bands off. There. And that just plugs into the power plug on the back of the control unit. That's where your Phillips comes in. Make sure that guy is nice and snug. So, got the power cable installed. A couple more elastic bands to clip off on your grounding wire for the control unit. Got a wire tie for the hose set. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and hang this ground wire off to the side. We won't need that for now. And your air lines will run off to the other side. Good to go there. So next we'll go ahead and install the pickup arm and pickup tube. Flip this guy around. There's the arm. Should just set right in. Settle down. And your pickup tube. This guy can run down there. Go ahead and put your IGO7 powder pump on the top of the pickup tube assembly. I line all the fittings up, go in the same direction there, makes it easy to connect. later. And last in this box is your pump testing tool, your pump insert testing tool rather. An extra insert, O-rings, and zip ties. We'll set those aside. You can go ahead and connect your fluidizing airline to the restrictor, your conveying and supplementary airlines. Good to go up top. Next, we'll go ahead and build the powder hose. Needs fittings on either end. So unwrap that. All right. We can put the spring guard fitting on one end of the hose now. This is the end of the hose that'll plug into the powder pump. So we're going to need that fitting from the pump. Pull that guy off. I found the best way to get the powder hose over the fitting is to get it started by hand. And then I press it down into the workbench or into a clean surface on the floor here. And just push that down across the couple barbs that are in the base of this fitting. Then the spring guard should slide over that. And that'll plug back into your pump. Just like that. We're going to go ahead and remove it for now. We got that end of the hose started. We're going to need the other fitting, which is in the gun box. Okay, so we've got another barrel nut and Velcro straps for the hose and cable set. And we've got your rinsing airline here. And the powder gun and the low voltage cable. And don't forget the bottle brush at the bottom of the gun box. You're going to want that later. I'm going to go ahead and put a bend in my gun cleaning brush here and just hang it off the side of the unit. Keep that out of the way. Go ahead and clip the elastic off the low voltage cable assembly. Remove the plastic wrap from the rinsing airline assembly. And we can go ahead and install the rinsing airline on the gun now. This just plugs into the fitting at the front of the handle of the gun here. And we'll remove the fitting from the base of the gun handle. Same technique, installing the fitting in the hose. Get it started by hand. And use a clean hard surface to press the hose over the fitting. Good to go there. Just to double check. Installs in the gun. Removes no problem. So your powder hose is built, ready to go. What else do we have? Screen protector. Gonna go ahead and install that. You can win a free iPad mini if you want to scan that QR code. Good luck. And the screen protector. Get that guy installed. Good to go. Okay, what do we have left? So we're going to want to go ahead and bundle the powder hose, rinsing airline, and low voltage cable together. This is best done when you have about 20 feet of open space secure the gun to a workbench and run the low voltage cable, powder hose, and rinsing air line out straight. Then use the Velcro ties about every 2 feet or so to make a nice hose bundle. I would recommend against using zip ties on this hose and cable assembly. Zip ties can cause problems. They can over cinch and cut holes through your rinsing air line, which creates problems down the road. Use electrical tape or some other type of tape if you don't feel like you have enough Velcro ties. So we'll go ahead and remove these accessories from the bag. Got your multi-spray adapter. Comes with the unit. Extra O-rings and wear parts are included. And the Velcro ties. Alright. I can go ahead and build the hose assembly here. Optimally, you want to have this all run out. But here we are. So, we got the powder hose, plug that guy into the gun handle. And about every 2 feet or so, I'm gonna be wrapping this assembly with a Velcro tie, just to keep everything together. Like that. With our loose ends, we'll go ahead and plug those in. We've got rinsing air, powder, and power for the gun. The first one's your powder hose. Go ahead and plug that into your pump. Next is going to be your rinsing air line. Quick couple to the back. Your low voltage power cable for the gun. Also keyway, be careful, plug that guy in. Back to the control unit. Snug fit there, and we're good to go. While your unit is not in use, go ahead and just hang your cable and hose assembly on the side of the unit. And next step is to get it plugged in and fire it up. If you have any tricks or tips, please feel free to put comments in the comment section below. We'd love to hear from you. Hopefully this video is helpful for you to get set up on your GEMA OptiFlex Pro unit. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you next time.